Arkansas. She was in Waco, Texas, and thought she was in Arkansas. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tristan Tanner, part of Team Latitude 64. Today, I have your questions on my phone, and we're doing a Q&A. I'm going to be answering your questions. If you want to participate with these in the future, you need to be following me over on Instagram. This is where I got the questions. I just put a little question asker thingy block up on my story. And yeah, got your guys' questions there. I also posted over on my Facebook on the Latitude, DD, and West Side fan page to get that worked out. So if you want to participate with these in the future, go follow me over there. It'll be linked in the description as well as here on the screen. So I've got a bunch of questions. I actually already tried to record this video. I just got done with it and I realized my mic wasn't plugged in. Darn. So we're at it again. We're gonna fly right through this. I've got a bunch of questions. I think I have like 70 something questions, which is a lot. So yeah, let's get right into it. First question, mjacob_DG. Will you continue your blog on your website? Yes, I will. I kind of forgot that I've had that on there, but I do need to finish that or continue it. Yeah, look forward to that soon, maybe. I can't promise anything. I've been pretty busy. Josh Claus DG. What kind of music gets you in the mood to kick butt at the course? Gosh, my friends know me, and my family knows me, that my music taste is all over the place. You could play me the same exact song twice and I might not like it the second time. It's all over the place, so very random. Music just in general, I love listening to it. Gets me in the mood for the tournament or just for the course. How do you brace your plant leg/foot on a backhand throw? It's really important to not think about shifting your weight forward necessarily. It's more about not shifting your weight forward. So we're walking up, your weight's on your left foot when you're in the X step, if you're right-handed, and all that weight goes slamming forward. All you have to do is stop that right foot and push backwards against it to really initiate that brace. So that's stopping all the energy there, then allowing your body to rotate, come through, and put all the energy into the disc. So really just push back against that plant foot. It's getting a little bit bright. I've got to put my cool guy shades on. Mr. Skittleman, Logan Harpool asks, how many kilos of gummy bears do you consume in a year? And my answer to that, Logan, is I don't know if I've consumed a kilo of gummy bears in my whole entire life. Yeah, I probably haven't. So in 2020, I probably consumed about 6 gummy bears total. So however many kilos that is your answer. Nick asks, craziest moment while living in your van? Oh my gosh, this story is absolutely ridiculous. I was in the parking lot of a Planet Fitness in Waco, Texas, 2019. We were spending the night, and yeah, we were parked there for the night. In the middle of the night, 2 a.m., this crazy lady comes up and tries to open the back doors of my van, which is right where my head is when I'm sleeping. So I hear yanking. Thank God the doors were closed, or of course the doors were closed while I'm sleeping, but of course the doors were locked. Now I lock them no matter what because of this. And yeah, she tried to get in, and then a couple minutes later I walked and looked out the side window, and there was like 6 cop cars, an ambulance, fire truck. It was absolutely crazy. She was just standing in the middle of the parking lot holding a little baby, probably 3 years old, and she thought she was in Arkansas. She was in Waco, Texas, and thought she was in Arkansas. That's like 1,000 miles, probably. Like that's like nowhere close to each other. And she was walking around a parking lot at 2 a.m. thought she was in Arkansas. I still can't believe that happened. But that's absolutely the craziest thing that has ever happened to me while I was in the van. I hope that never happens again, but it very well could. Jerbear asks, how long are the longest acceptable shorts to wear? It really depends on who you are. If you got the style, I mean, rock them down to your ankles. But are those shorts anymore? But maybe like nice pair of jorts sagged down halfway down the calf is probably acceptable if you're some people. For me, it's just above knee height is about the longest I'll go. That's just what's comfortable for me. Shorter the better. Sam Piner, I recorded my backhand in slow-mo and the disc came out wobbly. Is that normal? Yes and no. So it is normal to have a little bit of wobble on your backhand. Too much wobble is a bad thing. We obviously want to minimize it. But slow-mo definitely like brings out the wobble on throws. You can watch my backhand or forehand tutorial. I guess backhand you're talking about here. Backhand tutorial, just keep everything on the same line. Don't grip down on the disc too hard. And yeah, a little bit of wobble is good, but definitely try to minimize it. Gillis McDonald asks, what's the hardest part about van life? I wouldn't say... I think the hardest part about van life for me right now is my batteries have over-discharged too many times. We've had a couple cloudy days here in Arizona. They're already like coming to the end of their life. And yeah, so my fridge hasn't worked the past couple days. My fans haven't worked the past couple days. It's been pretty frustrating. I'm getting new batteries, but that's been the hardest part of van life. Other than that, I love living in a van. Subaru Bryce, are you going to try the new EMAC Judge? I probably will try it out. I love the Faith so much. It's my ideal putting putter. I don't see myself switching from it. So yeah, I would like to try it out, give it a putt around, but I'm probably not going to be switching. Isaac Reichman, are you vegan? Yes, and sure. I'd say plant-based, because I'm not very strict. I like to eat mostly plants or all plants if I can. I do, if I can. I eat all plants, but if something has like, if I'm whatever cheating on a meal and I'm not eating like either my overnight oats or beans, then I'm probably like not going to be as strict, because if I'm cheating and eating something not as healthy anyway, I don't really care if it has like cheese or egg or something in that. I'm not going to be eating meat, but that's just how I've found I can control my health and what I'm putting in my body the best. So that just is what works for me right now. Are you coming to play Europe this year? Yes, if the COVID lets us, I will be over there. I'm super stoked. I cannot wait. Casey, what are your favorite pro sports teams? I don't really watch pro anything, so I can't really say I have a favorite. Yeah, I don't really watch pro sports. Do you have any hobbies outside of disc golf? I mean, plenty. I mean, obviously, making YouTube videos, I really love the video editing, and just creating content is a super, like, passion of mine. But being outside is probably my most favorite thing in life in general. Just enjoying the outdoors, hiking, anything outside is great. I love playing basketball too. Played basketball my whole life until I found disc golf. So yeah, those are my main hobbies. Flat ground, no wind. How far can you throw a backhand? 500 to 550, depending on where we are in the country and humidity and how my form is at that time. Who are your top 3 best all-around forehand players on tour? Germ, Sexton, Eagle. Yeah, they're my Mount Rushmore of forehands. Personally, just with what I know, and right now, I think those are the top 3. If you could pick one disc brand to go out of business tomorrow, who would it be and why? I'm not going to answer that question. I don't want any disc brand to go out of business, just because the more businesses in disc golf, the better. Whatever, all the rising tide raises all boats. That's a quote. Are you able to still throw the pure in heavy winds, or do you move to the harp in those situations? I wouldn't say headwinds is the only time I don't throw the pure, or maybe like an aggressive crosswind. It really depends on the shot. Generally, if would normally be a pure shot, I'm just going to disc up to the gatekeeper because it flies a very similar line, just can handle wind a little bit better. I can throw it on a little lower line, keep it under the wind. It's not very often where I'm like beefing up to a harp. If I'm throwing a hyzer, I'm generally going to be throwing the harp anyway. And so, yeah, if I have a straight shot, I'm pretty much never going to be throwing the harp. How to get my plant food, he meant foot, to be parallel and not pointing backwards, Nolan asks. Pointing backwards is actually a good thing. You don't want to be too far backwards, but slightly backwards is good. The easiest way to adjust plant foot is throw standstills. Just get your foot in that position, slowly work up into a run up, and that just can make it a lot easier. What is your workout routine? It's very different depending on the day. Today I warmed up for about 2.5 minutes on the bike because I was already feeling pretty loose, so I didn't feel like I needed to go very long. I did a good dynamic warm-up, a lot of different movements just to get my whole body kind of activate muscles and get ready to work out. Then I put bands on right above my knees and down by my ankles, connected between my legs, and I did side steps, kind of these, I don't even know what they're called, like these cross steps going forward and backwards. And then I did clams, supersetted those for 3 sets, and then I did another superset, kind of working upper body a little bit more, where I did farmer's carries or weighted carries with a 30-pound kettlebell up over my head and a 45-pound plate holding it down by my side, walking for about 50 feet down and back, and then switch sides, do that. And then 15 push-ups, or it's kind of max amount of push-ups I could do, I guess. The first set was closer to 20-25, and then was right around 15 for the next 2 sets. And then the last of that superset was inverted rows with the TRX, just to kind of work the back out a little bit. And then I always finish my workout sessions with some sort of yoga routine. Today it was yoga for recovery by Breathe and Flow. I think yoga's very good, especially for disc golf. We need the flexibility, and just for general health for everybody, I think yoga can be a huge help. And then almost always after my workouts, I finish off with a cold shower just to get my body temperature back down, get my body recovering right away. Any interest on letting a fan from Massachusetts caddy for you at the MVP Open this year? I thank you for reaching out, Aiden, but I don't really like to have a caddy. I don't practice with a caddy, so for tournaments I just like to keep it the same and just be carrying my own bag. What's your favorite disc? Opto Pure, Mango baby. My mom asks, do you have a current discount code for Liquid IV? Yes, I do. Liquid IV is something that I really like using for a little bit extra hydration. I don't use it every day, but days when I have a really high load and I need a little bit extra just hydration, I use Liquid IV. Discount code is Tristan_Tanner13. That's right here. It'll also be linked down in the description. That takes you straight to the website and automatically kind of tells them that you're coming from me. But yeah, use that code at checkout. I believe it's for 25% off, which is a pretty great discount. How do you work on throwing flat? For me, throwing flat, I have to follow through at shoulder level, but any angle you're trying to throw, keep it on that angle all the way through the throw. So you're reaching back on a flat line, coming through, and then following through on a flat line. Same thing for hyzer and hyzer. Just keep the disc on the same angle the whole way. Do you use baseline plastic for anything other than putters? Yes, my prime witness, which is the flippiest disc that anyone has on tour, I would say. But yeah, that's the only one besides my putters that's in baseline plastic, just because I like it super flippy. The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin? I would assume this is WWE, but I mean, I don't really know who Stone Cold is. I'm going to get a lot of crap in the comments, so I guess I got to say The Rock. What mids are in your bag right now? Lucid Justice with a Miles Sayer stamp on it. I threw it in my last YouTube video. I threw it on a reel on my Instagram. Go check that out once again. But yeah, Lucid Justice. Then VIP-X Gatekeeper, which is my most overstable Gatekeeper. And then I have a Tournament Gatekeeper with my Van stamp on there. That's my straightest. And then I have a 2019 Van stamp. Very rare. There's probably only 150 of those, 200 of those made total. On a VIP Gatekeeper, that's my understable. So I've beat it up quite a bit. I can throw it on hyzer, flip it up, move it a little bit right if I need to. Those are the 4 mids I bag right now. Skittleman again. Logan Harpool, what disc golfer deserves Skittle sponsorship the most? That is you, buddy. We all know it. Go check out Logan. He makes some awesome YouTube videos. But yeah, definitely you. When is it time to jump it to MPO? This question, it's different for everybody. So I like to say you can always dabble. So if you feel like you're at a point where you should maybe move up to open, just go try it for an event. It's not going to hurt you. See if you like the competition, playing with better players. And yeah, you can always jump back and forth for a little bit, just seeing if it's the right time or not. Don't be afraid to jump up there, give it a go, and if you have to come back to advanced or yeah, or I guess one of the Masters divisions, then that's fine. How do you putt better in tournaments? Routine and mindset. So find a routine that works for you, that really gets you focused in, gets you in a good mindset, and then envision yourself making the putt, pick a link, stick with it all the way through, and yeah, just be confident, be positive. That's going to make you putt a whole lot better. Dylan Schmidt, what's the best run of what's the best run of Ballista Pro, and why is it the Gold X Burst Special Edition? I don't know if, are they Gold X technically? That's cool. I really just enjoy just the straight up gold lines or the straight up optos personally. Generally I throw gold lines more for backhands and optos more for forehands. I mostly have just been throwing the optos recently because I'm throwing the Royal Rive more for backhands. But yeah, really, probably right now the stock optos are my favorite. What's your favorite disc from the Royal line? Probably the Faith, just because I use it on every hole, because it's my main putting putter. But the Rive absolutely changed my game as well. The Royal line, just the quality on those is at a whole nother level. What was the #1 factor in you changing putters? The Faith is exactly what I've described to people as my perfect putting putter for probably the past 3 years. There's never been anything on the market that's been perfect, and as soon as I put that Faith in my hand, it is exactly what I had described for so long. So yeah, I mean, I switched to it like you guys saw in my unboxing video before I even putted with it. I hadn't even putted once with it, and I took the shields out of the bag and put that in. Caleb Corey, what event are you looking forward to most in the 2021 disc golf season? I'd say the European Open. Just playing in Europe is going to be absolutely amazing. How do you like the Faith for throwing compared to the Opto Pure? I don't really throw the Faith very much. I just use it for putting, but I would say it's a little bit more overstable than the Pure. When will you get a Moonshine Bite or Opto X Chameleon Bite for your tour disc? That would be super sweet. I don't know if the Opto X plastic works with the Bite, but that would be super cool if that could happen. Jerry, how did you come to your particular form? I mean, my whole entire career is how I got here. Filming in the field, grinding right when I started, getting injured, playing really well, tiny little hand injuries, grinding again. I mean, everything that I've done culminates to my particular form right now. How do you feel your performance at your first tournament of the year, Shelly Sharp Memorial, and what improvements do you see or need this far? I am happy with the performance. I didn't start the way I wanted to. My first round was not good. You guys saw it on the Disc Golf Guy coverage, but yeah, I didn't start great. I wasn't nervous before the tournament, which is not good. I really need the nerves to play at my peak level, and yeah, I turned it around starting in the second round. I was even through the front 9 of the second round, and I finished 7 down, and I missed 2 putts on the back 9, so I caught fire. And then the final round, I just put together a solid 7 down, ended up with a top 10 finish, and after being 30th after the first round, I was really happy with that jump. What would be your biggest tip for newer players? Video yourself in the field and get in the field. Best way to avoid plateaus. Embrace the plateaus. Plateaus are what make you grind. If you're just constantly on the up the whole time, you could get burnt out or just kind of have a loss of motivation. Those plateaus are really what makes you want to go back, grind, and get better. They're there for a reason. I'd say just embrace them. Luke Wessel asks if I have any extra bites, and Luke, I do not. I wish I did. I only have 2 right now, the one that's in my bag, and then a beautiful blue Sparkle Opto that goes in and out of the bag depending on the tournament, but I just really don't want to lose that one, so I got to be careful with it. Pat Duncan, what do you do in practice to replicate tournament nerves? Like I mentioned, I really like the nerves. They make me play way better, so I don't really try to replicate them. I just try to play and get my muscle memory down the best as I can in practice, and then I kind of know in the back of my mind that I'm going to get that boost from the nerves in the actual round. Which style of disc golf course do you prefer? Wooded, technically challenging, or converted regular golf courses to disc golf courses? I like both. I think either way, course design is really important. Just the flow of the course, the different types of holes. Ideally for me, a mix between wooded and open is perfect. Will you and Ezra go on tour together? Yes and no, I guess. I mean, I don't think we'll ever tour together, just because we each have our own routines and like to do our own thing for the most part. But obviously we're good friends. We're going to be together a lot. What's your best tip for avoiding big numbers and finishing out good rounds? Avoiding big numbers is move on to the next shot. Just no matter what happens on the shot before, just focus up, get a shot good. And honestly, big numbers are just going to come. Everybody gets them at some point. Just move on, focus on the shot at hand. And finishing out good rounds is kind of the same thing. If you're playing really well, sometimes it's easy to get caught up in playing well, and you don't want to ruin that. So just focus on the shot at hand. Don't worry about what happened the rest of the round. Do you prefer Opto Pure or the Opto X Pure? And what differences in them make you prefer one over the other? I'd say I prefer the Opto because it is generally the straightest. So the Opto X, some of them are on the more understable side, like hyzer flip to slight turn, and then other ones like the Kristen Tatar Glimmer ones are straight to overstable. And I just like something that goes dead straight. If I want to throw it on hyzer, I can make it fly hyzer, and if I want to throw it on a turnover, I can make it turnover. But it looks like that was the last question, so thank you guys for anyone who submitted a question. Again, go check out my Instagram and Facebook if you want to participate in these in the future. I really appreciate it, as well as leave me a like down on the video, help that algorithm out, and then subscribe. I'm doing a 10K giveaway on my next video, which is going to be a field work session I'm going to be mic'd up with. This mic right here, I'm not going to be doing anything different than I normally would. I'm going to be in the field throwing shots, and you guys are just going to kind of hear what it sounds like. But yeah, once again, like and subscribe. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.